Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to know about the father of the nuclear weapons, Sir J. Robert Oppenheimer. So let's move further. His full name was Julius Robert Oppenheimer. So the first thing is, who is Julius Robert Oppenheimer? He served as director of the Los Alamos Laboratory during the development of the atomic bomb. After the 1939 invasion of Poland by Nazi Germany, Oppenheimer was selected to administer a laboratory to carry out the Manhattan Project. The Manhattan Project was a research and development undertaking during World War II that produced the first nuclear weapons. It was led by the United States with the support of the United Kingdom and Canada, the program that developed the first nuclear weapon during World War II. After resigning from his post in 1945, he became the chairman of the General Advisory Committee of the Atomic Energy Commission. Prior to his assassination in 1963, President John F. Kennedy announced Oppenheimer would receive the Enrico Fermi Award. The Enrico Fermi Award is an award honoring scientists of international stature for their lifetime achievement in the development, use, or production of energy. It is administered by the US government's Department of Energy. The recipient receives $50,000, a certificate signed by the President and the Secretary of Energy, and a gold medal featuring the likeness of Enrico Fermi for his achievements in physics. He was presented with the award by President Lyndon B. Johnson in December of that year. The father of the atomic bomb died from cancer at the age of 62 in Princeton, New Jersey in 1967. So after listening the above portion, it's clear that he have a great importance in nuclear world. Now let's know about the early life and education of Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was born on April 22, 1904, in New York City, to German Jewish immigrants. After graduating from Harvard University, Oppenheimer sailed to England and enrolled at the University of Cambridge, where he began his atomic research at the Cavendish Laboratory in 1925. A year later, he teamed with Maximum Born at Göttingen University, where he met a host of prominent physicists, including Niels Bohr. He received his doctorate at Göttingen, while also developing what became known as the Born-Oppenheimer method, an important contribution to quantum molecular theory. So let's know about how the Manhattan Project changed his life. Oppenheimer became politically active in the 1930s, and agreed with Albert Einstein and Leo Szilard that the Nazis could develop a nuclear weapon. Following the 1939 invasion of Poland by Nazi Germany, Oppenheimer was selected to administer a laboratory to carry out the Manhattan Project, a US Army experiment aimed at harnessing atomic energy for military purposes. He led the scientific end of the Manhattan Project in Los Alamos, New Mexico, beginning in 1942. The project was populated by many scientists who had escaped fascist regimes in Europe, and their mission was to explore a newly documented fission process involving uranium-235, with which they hoped to make a nuclear bomb before Adolf Hitler could develop it. The project was initially allotted $6,000 by the US government, but by the time the work culminated in 1945, the budget had grown to $2 billion. That year marked the first test of the bomb, and with its success, two more bombs were deployed in the following month, one in Nagasaki, Japan and the other in Hiroshima. These actions essentially ended WW2. After seeing the bomb's devastation, however, Oppenheimer argued against its further development, and he resigned from his post that same year. So how his life was after the World War II. Oppenheimer went on to become chairman of the General Advisory Committee of the Atomic Energy Commission, which, in October 1949, opposed the development of the hydrogen bomb. This shocking opposition led to accusations that Oppenheimer was a communist supporter. Thusly, in 1953, he was suspended from secret nuclear research, stripped of his security clearance by the Atomic Energy Commission. In 1963, President John F. Kennedy announced Oppenheimer would receive the Enrico Fermi Award. After Kennedy's assassination, President Lyndon B. Johnson presented the award to him in December of that year. So we are entering to the last section of our video, that how he was died. Oppenheimer continued to support international control of atomic energy in his later years. He died of throat cancer on February 18, 1967, in Princeton, New Jersey. Today, he is often called the father of the atomic bomb. So in the end of the video I will say that he was great. So comment for the suggestion of next video. Stay tuned and like, share, and subscribe our channel.
He knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." I suppose we all thought that one way or another.
So what is COVID-19? COVID-19 is a respiratory illness caused by a newly discovered virus called coronavirus, or SARS-CoV-2. What are the symptoms to look out for? A new continuous cough. This means coughing a lot for more than an hour, or 3 or more coughing episodes in one day. A high temperature, where you feel hot to touch on your chest or back. And difficulty breathing. So what should you do if you have symptoms? Contact your healthcare provider and follow their directions. They will be able to provide you with up-to-date information and advice. Self-isolate yourself at home for 7 days whilst you recover. If you live with more than one person, you must all isolate for 14 days from when the first person in your home began experiencing symptoms. What precautions do we all need to take? Keep good respiratory hygiene by only coughing or sneezing into a tissue and throwing away your tissues immediately after use. Cough or sneeze into the inside of your elbow if you don't have a tissue. Maintain social distancing by keeping a distance of 1 meter or 3 feet between yourself and anyone you need to meet, and avoid physical contact. Regularly wash your hands, and each time do so thoroughly for 20 seconds. If soap is unavailable, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Refrain from touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Follow these guidelines and keep up to date through your healthcare provider, and you'll be doing your part to help slow the spread of the coronavirus.